video that I just showed you guys there was one of the most inspiring things to me as a kid. I was in my room during summer, had a lot of free time, had some art supplies. I saw that video and I really wanted to make a card game to play with my cousins. So I made a bunch of cards, gave them to my cousins, and we ended up having an amazing Thanksgiving playing the game. And that was all inspired because of creators like Wrath of Kors, Chaos Galaxy, and Kingdoms TCG. And it's these smaller and bigger creators who just built the foundation and that spark inside me that really wanted to make a card game. So I wanted to start a new series on my channel, going into these amazing card games, why I love them, and why I think you guys should really check them out. Kingdoms TCG has been going on for a while. He only has 290 subs. Definitely go check him out though. He's been on a hiatus from his game, but his channel is literally a gold mine. It's the most underrated homemade card game channel out there, in my opinion. So much good stuff. It inspired so much of how I look at card games, of how I make card games, how I see the craft, and so I want to talk about it in this video. So the first thing about Kingdoms is it's a whole world that Tyler Lee created. There's so many different lands, and it's made up of 3 gods who actually created it in the lore. Lore, if you don't know, is like the story of your card game. It's what draws fans in to get really dedicated into the game. There's 3 gods, Borum, Mrif, and Tanis, and they created the world of Engon. And this world was filled with beautiful lands, amazing creatures, and a bunch of kingdoms. Now, as the sets progressed, Tyler added villages and different territories within the kingdom, each set exploring the world further. And one of my favorite things about his game, actually, was the nature and beauty of it. So, unlike a lot of card games, you focus on the battle and the creatures and all the war stuff, which is awesome, fine, high fantasy, stuff like that. But Tyler really focused on the beauty, kind of like Van Gogh. And that's also what inspired Perpetual Cosmos, mainly Van Gogh and Kingdoms. And these nature cards, there's just something about them that just draws me in. But I've always liked cards that tie into nature. And this batch of 4 cards mainly, these are some of my favorite cards in Kingdoms TCG. This was actually a collab he did. So he did a bunch of collabs, and I think all the best homemade card game creators do collabs because it just draws you into the community even more. It builds the community. And Tyler was actually he might not have had many fans online, which is rare. He had a lot of fans in person. Like he did an 18-person tournament online, because the game actually started as just an idea of something they wanted to do while they were in a safari line in Disney World, and they decided to create a card game, and it turned into a huge thing. 2 years later, they had an 18-person tournament, and Kingdoms was reborn, and it was amazing. So the fact that, just an idea can come from nothing and it spring into a whole in-person community just from a homemade trading card game. And you might be thinking, that doesn't look very homemade. What I mean by a homemade trading card game, because the term is so vague nowadays. Some people think of homemade card games as all homemade, half digital. It's really up to you. I don't want to define it because there's so many different definitions of a homemade card game. I'm just saying that he was making it in his bedroom, like one person. I'm just going to call it a homemade card game. It's not like he did this for money, because it was like all passion. It was just a passion project. You could tell he really liked the game. And that kind of mindset towards making a TCG just for TCG's sake was infectious to me. And that's why I'm making my new game just for TCG's sake. And because I love card games. So that was mainly inspired by Kingdoms. And just looking at his template, it's got this rustic appeal. You got the card banner there of kingdom or village it is part of. There's neutral cards, and even the concepts. All the card concepts are so unique. This changed how I looked at making cards. Usually when I make a card, I just used to draw a character or draw an item. Kingdoms had like a whole world, different perspectives in each art. And it made me rethink about how I make cards. Like, look at this. Fatal Shot. This guy's got sniped from all the way over there. That's a perspective you might not think about just off the top of your head. So Kingdoms had a really good eye for making different perspectives in his arts, which is amazing. Like cards like Bridge in Progress have always just inspired me so much, because it's not like it's a finished card. It's just like the world is progressing, same with the arts. And it's amazing. And then there's like beautiful cards like City Rats, which you wouldn't think of City Rats as something to be beautiful, but just the way it's laid out in this card just turned out so well. And cards like Outpost Tower, I just remember this being a really prominent card in all the battle videos he did, and that inspired me to make tower cards in my game. So much inspiration from Kingdoms. just from card composition, lore, and story. The next thing of why I like Kingdoms so much is because of the collabs. So recently, two of my favorite creators, Kingdoms and Wrathacores, did a collab. My two favorite HTCG creators of all time, they did a collab, and it turned out to be this. And there's a few more cards, I'll pop them up on screen here, but these, the fact that I got my hands on them, some of them are really good in battle too, but it's just two of my favorite things within one. It's the most amazing thing. And these cards I will cherish forever. I think collabs, especially between like your favorite creators, is one of the most magical things in card games. And what's even specialer is back in the day when I was first getting into card games and making Epic Underworlds, I did a collab. And I ended up getting Kingdoms to do two arts for me. He did a castle card and he did this card. And it meant so much to me that he got one of his arts in my game. And you can see art by Kingdoms TCG. That was one of my most treasured cards. And I treasure it so much that, in fact, here's a little sneak peek. So in my new game, as you can notice, that character has come back. I have redrawn him for the new game I'm working on, so that's the only sneak peek you guys have pretty much been given of the new game. But that is Kingdom's new character, and it has progressed and evolved, and it's now in the new world of my game, which is so cool to have. Even though this game is in the past, I can still redraw that old character and put it into the new game and carry on that legacy of Kingdoms TCG within a new game that I plan on going really far with. Next thing I want to talk about is the craft of Kingdoms. A lot of creators just focus on making the cards and having a fun time with it. Kingdoms went deep into the craft. He inspired me so much on just how you make card games in general. He had binders planning the abilities, the future villages, card designs. For each kingdom, he had like a little palette card of what colors and what designs each kingdom should have. And just seeing that inspired me so much to put more care and craft into my cards. It's not like making a TCG set should be something you should rush out to the public. You should enjoy the process. And I can tell Kingdoms really enjoyed the process when he made his cards, because each one was packed with lore and design and a bunch of sketches and concepts that went behind each set. And set 3 Distant Lands, which is the most recent set which he did, was the most beautiful, eye-catching set that I've ever seen in a homemade trading card game. And I ended up getting a few cards from it, and it was amazing. What's cool is he actually ended up remaking a lot of the old starter decks into a new aesthetic, like packaging design. With he basically revamped the game, added cool new textured cards with amazing template designs. So he obviously cares a lot about the old stuff to want to put that work into remaking it and revamping it. I can't say the same for, like, if I were to go back in Epic Underworlds, my old card game, I don't think I would remake all the products. I would probably just move on to the next thing. Kingdoms really cared about one game, and he only focused on one game and made it beautiful. He ended up drawing a map for his card game. He did like a giant full art of his cards. He did collector's packs each year for modern events, tying his game into modern events, which I thought was really cool. During Christmas, he did a Christmas video series. He did Christmas cards. During Easter, he did Easter cards. So he was really always coming up with fresh new ideas, and he was a super creative person, which true creativity, if you didn't know, is really rare. And I can tell that Kingdoms had the vision for something huge within this game, and that vision was just so inspiring to me as a kid. And I'm so surprised not many people like watch his channel. He's not like a major part of the HTCG community. Like, he only has a few subscribers. I just think that there's so much there, so much inspiration. And if you guys can just watch like a bunch of his videos. Here, I'll recommend a few videos that you guys should really watch that can inspire you. If you want to get inspired on lore, watch the Beginner's Lore to the Kingdoms TCG. If you want tips on how to make a card game, watch his video, What I Wish I Knew Before Making a TCG. If you want more inspiration, watch How I Make Cards for My HTCG. Or if you want, like, I got the idea to make a HTCG binder when I watched this video, 1 tip to make your own TCG. Or like the video that got me into TCGs battle-wise was I lost at my own card game. That was a huge vlog where he just did a bunch of battles. So I'll leave a link in the description to all those videos. Just a gold mine of inspiration. So to wrap it up, I wanted to talk about why these card games matter. Yes, Kingdoms TCG was a very small game, but the amount of inspiration and work he put into this, he left a mark on the HTCG community. And every person that creates a card game in this community, people may come and people may go, but everyone leaves a mark, and they're building the fabric of our community. and they're adding amazing things. And I think Kingdoms added beauty, lore, story, and just a whole world of ideas. And I recommend you guys check out his website and just look at his databases of cards. Like, if you're ever just stuck on you don't know what to make, just look at all the amazing different ideas he has and maybe take inspiration from that. If there's a garden card like this that you saw, maybe try making your own like pumpkin character or garden or something like that. There's just so much inspiration. So that was the video I wanted to do on Kingdoms. I absolutely love this game. Tyler White just put so much time into this. I really hope he comes back. I know life gets busy. I mean, I'm in college. I know that now more than ever. But I think if he were to come back, it would just be one of the best things. Maybe make like, it doesn't have to be anything big. Just maybe just a few new card videos just showing art or something. Because just creators who show the process of their game inspire creators who are in the process of making their game. Not just the creators who just show the cards for the people outside that are not making a game. That's why I love Kingdoms, because I'm a fellow creator. He's a creator. He does videos showing stuff about the craft. We need more of that. And I'm going to try to do more videos on that too, but most of it's top secret, so I don't want to give away too much. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please, please, please check out Kingdoms TCG. Join my Discord server if you want to talk more about card games. And I will see you guys in the next video, where maybe I'll do Wrath of Kors or Chaos Galaxy or Rune TCG or one of those other creators in the future. But that was this video. Good luck on your own homemade trading card games. Stay active in the community, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
With that, thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Thanks.